ugly snapping bra straps. It's a podcast. Republic of Avalon Radio. It's 0 hours, Avalon Standard Time.
Hi, I'm Daniel Bennett coming from Washington, D.C.
Hi, I'm Brian, and I'm from Washington, D.C.
Hi, my name is Debbie Gillespie from Toronto, Canada.
Hi, I'm Christopher Peter McCann from Ottawa, Ontario, Canada.
This is Tara Dove, and I'm a Townie and a Bayman, and you're listening to the Republic of Avalon Radio.
Republic of Avalon Radio. You're with the Roar! Republic of Avalon Radio, you're with the Roar. I'm Jim Fidler. Welcome aboard to all you newcomers and to you folks who've been along for the past 13 rides. Welcome to ride number 14 here on the Roar. And looks like summer's drawing to a close, so this is probably, I suppose, what we'd consider to be the last summer episode for 2005. But we've got a nice autumn to look forward to. The weather here in the Republic of Avalon tends to be quite nice for September and October usually. So that should be very, very nice. All the leaves changing colors and all these wonderful things. A couple of little points of interest, things to mention for you guys. Anybody who's subscribed to the show, the feed is changing. So make sure that you go into your podcatcher and make sure that your feed that you're subscribed to is as follows. http://feeds.feedburner.com/Republic of Avalon Radio. And for you who aren't subscribed yet, there's your subscription information right there. Winamp 5.1 is out, and though it's not high marks in terms of accessibility, it's wow, it's way cool. So for Winamp users, go to www.winamp.com and download the new version 5.1. And when you look in your library, you'll see that it supports podcasts, but it's not calling them podcasts, it's calling it Shoutcast Wire. So if you look into your Shoutcast Wire, you can get in there and click, and you can do a little search, and as you type, say, Republic of Avalon Radio, it'll find it for you, and you can just click on the subscribe button. And it also will display all the episodes and show notes, and you can just click and listen in real time without having to wait for the downloads. It's just way cool, so check that out. The other small issue is no small issue at all. We've got a forum up, couple actually, and you all are invited to join. Please do. It's a place where we can get some feedback from you guys, and you guys can exchange ideas with each other as well. Plus, we're going to be running some polls over there, just from time to time, some little points of interest, and give you guys a chance to put some input into the show and so on. So you can go to www.republicofavalonradio.com or www.jimfidler.com and just click on the forum link, and you're in like Flynn. All you have to do is just register, pick a username and password, and you'll be in there. Anyway, those are our points of interest. The new feed, make sure you change your feed, because very soon we're going to be making some changes and we don't want to leave you in the dust. So make sure you get over and change the feed, and everything should be okay. And go over and join the forum, and we'll have some fun over there with that. Now, in the meantime, for this show, we are going to take you out for the final stroll into downtown St. John's for summer 2005. I've sort of called this segment a walk with the Weisenheimer, and you'll see why. And also, we're going to take you for a ride in a 1969 Lotus, which is a very, very, very small two-seater. It's a sports car owned by a good friend of mine, Graham Dillabaugh. And as usual, this show is best listened to on headphones. I don't know if I've mentioned that before or if I've not mentioned it enough. So, yeah, that's it for that. And aside from the walk and the run in the Lotus, we also have some music this week for you from an artist called Slau. You're also going to hear from Eddie Mailbag again this week. Eddie's still kicking around. So, strap yourselves in, kick back, grab yourselves, depending on whether it's hot or cold where you are, a hot something to drink or some sort of something to cool off with. And get on those headphones, as I said. And hopefully you will enjoy episode 14. You're listening to Republic of Avalon Radio. Alrighty, here we are, just about to head out of the door. So I'm just heading out of the door. I will head down to the bottom of the steps and join Lillian.
Hello.
It's the Lillian.
It's the Lily Monster.
The Lily Monsters. And it's a beautiful night. This is just really nice. Kind of a long pants, t-shirt, sandals, and socks. Mommy, I saw a man wearing socks with his sandals. Yeah. Watch out for the auto.
Isn't there a cat? Is it Gypsy? No. That looks just like our cat, Gypsy, but he has a collar on.
A collar on?
Collar on. It sounds like a disease.
He has a collar on. Should we take the shortcut through the field?
Sure.
All right. Okay, we're going down over the concrete steps leading to the field. It's not a field of gold. It is a field of green.
Green fields. It's beautiful.
The green fields of France.
No.
And we're walking on.
We're walking on the path, gravel path.
Seems like sand to me.
Sand, yeah.
Yeah. Listen, folks, does this sound like gravel to you? Of course it doesn't. You've got to get your rockage straight.
Okay. Actually, I think it's like between gravel and sand. It's not really sand.
No, it's coarse.
It's gravelage.
It's coarse sand, sorry.
Yeah.
So, parental advisory, this episode contains scenes of walking on coarse sand.
Yeah. And green grass.
Yes.
We're going to go up on the grass right now because
Why?
There's a big tree down here.
There's a big tree growing in the middle of the path?
In the middle of the path, yes.
Brilliant. Who thought that one up?
I guess the...
Jaja.
Yeah.
Great idea there, Jaja. Sorry.
Beautiful big tree. Just feel it. Actually, it's I think it's a pine.
She's making me feel a tree. Yeah. Hey, it feels like a tree.
That tree is outstanding in this field.
Literally. It's just outstanding. When I was in high school, one of the teacher-type, school-type people asked me, it was the end of the term, I think it was grade 11. Hello. I think it was grade 11 or grade 12 or something. And they said, so Jim, do you have any outstanding assignments? And I said, well, now that you mention it, several of my assignments have been simply outstanding. And, well, he was a good sport, I must say, if that had been somebody else. I sort of had this propensity toward being a bit of a Weisenheimer when I was a whippersnapper. Hey, wow. I was two four-syllable things at the same time without even really trying or knowing about it. I was a whippersnapper Weisenheimer. He's a whippersnapper Weisenheimer.
Didn't somebody call you that one time, a Weisenheimer?
Oh, yeah.
When you were picking or you're robbing apples or something?
Yeah, me and some of the kids it wasn't a neighborhood. We lived in the country, so there was no such thing as a neighborhood. Neighborhood was a city thing. Neighborhoods are man-made. If you live in the country. If you live in a country, you don't have no neighborhood. You just live in a country. And so anyway, living in a rural area, which was big fields on every side of our house, and let's see, the ocean, or Conception Bay actually, just at the bottom of the field, adjacent to our basic shack we used to live in. It was a very small kind of a cabin or cottage, summer kind of cottage that a lawyer and his family had built, and we bought it and moved into it and turned it into a family home after a fashion. And so anyway, living out in the country, and I just knew every blade of grass, I suppose, for about a 2 or 3 mile radius at least, in that area, intimately I'd say. And on my bicycle I used to travel further afield, unbeknownst to my parents.
Oh, quickly.
We've got to quickly. Oh, that wasn't too bad. All right. So yeah, I sort of knew the area. So I used to spend my days just kind of as a bit of a loner, really. Never kind of ran with the pack or anything, even in high school. And I would just set out on my bike and take my radio with me. And I'd just spend my days just basically going all over the countryside, up to the hills, up to the talc mines, and up the shore, down the shore, and I would, whenever I felt like it, just kind of kick off my sneakers and give up the race. No. Sorry, Ron. But I was wearing sneakers. Kick off my sneakers and just jump into a pond or a lake or a river or a stream and have a swim and catch little fish in my hands, little fishies. Is there a point to this?
You were part wolf.
Yes, part. Jur's brother, part. Jur Wolf's brother, part wolf.
He was raised by a gang of coyotes.
I think I was raised by a gang of humans. Somehow they caught me after
a gaggle of humans.
Yes, they caught me after our ship crashed, and I was leading up to. Oh yes. So I knew every stick and stone, every dimple in every field, and every little trick. If we were like chasing after each other on bicycles, I knew every little place where I could turn this maneuver, and the guy coming behind me would be history. He'd spill every time, because I knew that I could whip that corner and then take a quick left and then a quick right, and poof, I was going down the path. But this person probably wouldn't know that as well. Now, I can't say everybody was as inexperienced. Some of the boys I'd look around expecting to see him kind of on his face on the path, and he'd be hot on my heels. Sometimes, to my detriment, I would get a little bit too cocky sometimes and go, there goes another one. And next thing I'd feel a hand on the back of my shirt or something. But, yeah, in any case, one day, some of the more ornery members of the community in the young set, well, I was probably the youngest in the gang, I'd say. I was, at the time, maybe 6. And the other little basti nastards were probably, real old, like 8 or 9 or something like that. Real old skippers.
Yeah.
And
Dusty friggers.
so they decided they were just going to get up to no good and steal some crab apples. So these dastardly gangster 8-9-year-olds whom I was hanging around with, because I always seemed to gravitate toward the kids that were a couple of years older. I don't know, simply because they didn't seem to be quite as silly as most of the people my own age. So, and they knew about things. They knew little tricks and stuff. Bicycle tricks and ways to tie rope and into knots and just all kinds of clever things that I thought was pretty cool at the time. I was a real little freckle-faced kind of Huck Finn kind of character when I was a kid. Except then you throw on the Woody Allen glasses and and that was pretty much me.
Yeah, we have a picture to prove it, actually.
Hey, maybe we can put it up on the website.
Yeah, it's in. We used it in one of the CD booklets, Friendly Fire, as well.
Oh yeah.
And he looks like a little rascal, could be a little Woody Allen, actually. You can imagine what he would look like when he was a kid.
So we went in, back to the Weisenheimer story. So we're in, and I figure, what are we doing, in my mind? We're in God's open country. That's what I figured. Where I live and quite often several days feed myself from the bounty of the land. And to be honest, I was kind of coming over all peckish-like. I was a little bit on the hungry side. And I had the impression that my partners in a crime, as it turned out, but my partners in fun and summer frolics and just being relaxed and chilling out, I figured they were probably a bit peckish too. So we jumped the fence. Friggin' fences, what are they for? Jeez, they just get in your way. So we jump over the fence, and we're at various stages. Some quote unquote picking the low hanging fruit, and some picking the higher. I think I was one of the ones picking the higher, because I was a little skinny, wiry guy, and so I think I was up the tree. And it wasn't just because of that, but when your man shows up on the doorstep, this kind of wrinkly-faced guy in a lemon-coloured short-sleeved shirt with a pointy collar and kind of grey hair, and he didn't look like a nice guy at all, So he comes out on his doorstep and blah, blah, blah. So all the kids, for some odd reason, unbeknownst to me, just all hightail it and run. Half of them just leaving their bikes laying on the ground. That's how much of a panic they were in. And I just kind of climbed calmly down from my tree, or from his tree as it turned out. Figured it was mine. And so he said, "What do you think you're doing?" And I just thought for a second, what do I think I'm doing? Well, gee whiz, I'm just picking some apples. And he says to me, "What are you, some kind of a Weisenheimer?" And I figured, that sounded kind of, it had the word wise in it. And I figured, I just looked at him, I said, "Yeah, it could be." And that sort of, I could tell he wasn't impressed. But what was he going to do with me?
Yeah.
I wasn't even making an attempt at running away. It's like dogs, if you get scared of a dog and you start acting all agitated and try to run away or whatever, then you basically what you're doing is you're saying, "Come and get me and bite me on the arse," or something. But otherwise, the best thing for you to do is just stand there and just look at him.
Yeah, what's he going to do?
Recite the Gettysburg Address in Swahili. Most dogs are quite...
Weisenheimer then, all right.
Yeah. All right, let's go into the store. We're just going to go into the store. Or the shop, as we called it growing up.
These shops are locked now. They won't let people in until they see who you are.
What? All right, this is a sticker. Did you hear what I said?
No. Hi, can I have a packet of X, please?
Crazy podcasters. I don't know if we should let them in or not. Not already. So she is just paying for our wares now at the counter in the shop, which locks the door until they decide somehow that you're safe to be let in, I guess. Fancy that.
Yeah.
Thank you. Do you know what I just realized in horror?
What?
I'm out without my
Without your-
glasses. No wonder.
Oh, you are too.
No wonder I can't see where I'm going.
We got in there just in the nick of time. He just turned off the lights.
Really?
Yeah.
So that's why the door's locked.
No, they lock it all the time, actually.
So I got through the Weisenheimer story?
Yes.
Alrighty then. So we hope you enjoyed the Weisenheimer story. And the combination of what was the other one? Weisenheimer and what was the other?
And whippersnapper.
Whippers.
How about a Weisensnapper?
Hey, how about a Weisenheimer? Wait, now. How about a whippersnapper Weisenheimer using a whippersnipper?
Okay.
Listen, maybe we should have a contest. Somebody should write a song, and it should have a whippersnapper Weisenheimer whippersnipper user. While he was growing up, would often be referred to as a loser. So he grew up and got a wife and then became a boozer.
The
That
whippersnipper.
Whippersnipper
Weisenheimer.
Whippersnipper user.
Snapper.
Hey, we just did it.
Snicker.
Hey, we win the contest. What do we win?
Probably a whippersnipper.
Yeah, who's going to give us a whippersnipper for all our efforts, though?
We have one at home. We can give it to ourselves.
Oh, so we can win it again?
I'll present it to you.
Hey, we can win the whippersnipper just like Columbus discovered America.
Yeah.
Even though it was already there and full of people.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it'll be like brand new to you because you haven't used it yet, so you can pretend.
And don't
it's
intend
new.
to anytime soon, thank you.
I've only used it twice myself.
See, whippersnappers
It's
should...
very hard. It's hard.
Whippersnappers should steer. We're well clear of whippersnippers, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
They might crossbreed or something.
I think whippersnippering is quite difficult myself,
Yeah?
especially when your grass is really tall, and our grass was really tall.
I thought they invented those things to make things easy.
Yeah, but I was whippersnippering, and with our new whippersnipper, this is my first experience, and our grass was about
Well,
a
that's
foot and
the
a half
idea.
tall.
You don't let it grow to be...
I know, but
you know.
exactly. It was up past my knees.
You're like
Anyway,
swinging
so-
from the clothesline and dangling the whippersnipper down below you.
One neighbor came over and gave me the clippers so I could shorten the grass before I snippered it. So I went through and I was exhausted because my arms were going back and forth. It was this great big thing. It was made out of iron or something, and I had to. So I was kind of cutting the grass like that.
Coop the grass?
And then I had that done, and I started whippersnippering it, and I still couldn't get through it. So I went into the house.
Is that actually the verb?
What?
To whippersnipper with a whippersnipper? No.
Whippersnip, maybe?
I don't know.
So anyway, I went into the house to get a glass of water, and I heard this big outside, like not like that, but it was a motorized something, like a lawnmower out in the yard. And this was our other neighbor on the other side, came over. He was dressed all up in this big suit, and he had a mask on his face, and he was doing our grass for us with his supercharged whippersnipper.
With a big mask on his face?
Yeah, 'cause, he wears a mask when he does it because he goes so fast and it's so powerful that the grass just goes everywhere.
I think I'd call the cops or something.
He looked like, a professional
Pretty ominous.
whippersnipper.
Ominous. So, the masked whippersnipper.
So would the person that's whippersnippering, shouldn't he
No.
be called something different than
No,
the whippersnipper itself?
yeah.
That's what
There's
you're
got to be another
saying?
name for it, yes.
Okay.
Like a lawnmower does what? It doesn't lawn mow,
No,
it mows the lawn.
right?
So a whippersnipper must snip the whipper.
That sounds dangerous.
So I'm going to go and snip the whipper.
Oh, sorry.
We're running across the street. She's throwing us dangerously in the middle of traffic.
There's not usually any traffic on that.
Oh, well, it's not a matter of law of averages. You look each time. That's the idea.
I did.
You ever heard that one,
sorry.
look both ways before you jump off the cliff? Or cliffed, as we used to
You would've
say.
got me first anyway.
Oh, yeah, it's
I was
like
protecting you.
you'd break my fall. Then I'd have the car and you on top of me.
Good, we escaped with our lives.
That's cold comfort. Escaped?
Escaped.
Gee whiz, I hate it when I hear people say stuff
Say
like that.
I said
No, I hear people say stuff like that all the time, listening to other podcasts and so on. People saying especially,
especially.
and etc. And espresso.
I hear photography.
For,
You hear that all the time as well.
Man, people, listen, next time somebody says photographer or photography, find a nice way to get them to stop doing that, because that's irritating. Photography? Photographer? That's too nutty. Where does that come from?
I don't know. It's baffling, really. It's spelled. It has an R at the end.
Hey, I figured out one time. Growing up here in Newfoundland, you'd hear people say California.
Oh, yeah.
California. And I was thinking, where in God's name did the R in California go? Well, I figured out eventually it went to Chicago. Because that's another thing growing up here in Newfoundland. You'd hear a lot of people calling California, California, and you'd hear people calling Chicago, Chicago. Woo! What's that?
What?
It suddenly smells like I can smell. No, it's smelling something like something sort of fruity, like.
Fruity? I thought that was you.
Geez, it could even be me, where I just washed my hair.
Thank you.
What are you saying about me?
It is you.
Really? So it's just my own sort of.
What shampoo did you use tonight?
Well, funny you ask. Had my bathtub all filled up.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't find the shampoo anywhere, and I said, I bet you I know where that is. It's floating in the bathtub. and of course, yes, floating in the bathtub, and now completely full to the top.
Oh no!
Yes.
Oh no!
And the conditioner too.
Oh no!
Yes.
That's my best shampoo and conditioner.
Well, it's even better now because you got more of it. You've got more of it. You're just being economical, that's all.
Oh shoot! I had a shower this morning, and because the shampoo and the conditioner are really big bottles.
Yes, and they look to me, they really look too much the
too.
same.
So what am I going to do with them? Because we have nowhere to put them.
Put them by the side of the tub.
Yeah, but then you got to reach way down.
Whoa!
Put it way back, and you open the shower curtain and water gets all out on the floor as well.
Okay, well, that's the price you pay for taking showers.
Well,
Why don't you just take a nice, comfy bath and be done with this whole
too long in the morning.
shower stuff. Showers are friggery. In fact, the heck is that?
Let's go over.
Oh no, it's the Salivation Army.
No, it's the Fabulous 50s Club.
Oh. Just hold the mic in that direction. Oh.
We have to move back a bit, I think.
Is there something blocking?
We moved past a bit, so there's
Okay.
just...
Oh no.
The door was right open across from us before.
It sounded like a kind of a revival,
yeah.
of some really horrific memories. Anyway, I was just going to say about a contest. We've got a few people out there that are studiographers, or people who record music and sing and so on. But it's not just for you guys. I think I'd like to put out a call. We've got the theme for Republic of Avalon Radio, which you might know by now. Republic of Avalon Radio. And then it's You're with the Roar. So it's as simple as that. My dream is a kind of a Manhattan transfer. So I'd love to hear that big jazz chord. You're with the Roar. I'd love to hear that. But anything you guys want to do, I'm thinking about awarding the winner, first prize winner. Maybe we'll have first, second, and third prize. Yeah, I think we will. I don't quite know the prizes yet. But anyway, to cut to the chase, the contest simply is record a theme for the Roar. What we want, I think right now, this time, is not necessarily people to write whole new themes, but just the theme that already exists. I only have two versions. I have one instrumental, and then the other one that I rotate between the segments, where I've laid I've laid a single vocal down on it myself. But if some of you were, say, part of a little barbershop quartet or a choral group or Kevin Reeves would do a bang-up job. I think Bill Shurer would nail it. Bill Shurer, like 16 tracks of Bill Shurer. Bill Shurer would just, I'd be all over that.
Well, maybe he's up for the task.
Maybe. So are we winding down now?
We are, I think.
We were kind of hyper back there. We were like, clipping along at quite a good pace.
Almost getting run down.
Yeah, we were up into a pretty good trot. And I suppose, when you're walking like that, you've got your adrenaline all worked up. Usually I'm sitting in the studio and it's like, yes, this is Republic of Avalon Radio. And I'm Jim Fidler. That kind of thing. I was listening last night, actually, and I just sounded way too laid back for my liking. I think I should like to... I don't know. It's a matter of, I guess, being away from the microphone for a long, long time. A couple of decades, actually. Being away from, like, a broadcast mic. I've been, amateur radio and singing and all that kind of stuff, and in a recording studio. But the actual sort of talking to people, being a broadcaster, been away from that for a considerable amount of time. So it's good to be back at that, but at the same time, you kind of have to realize, I think, that people don't want to be driven into the snores. So you want to try to keep a little bit of perk in there for them. Have no fear, people. We won't go over the top. There'll be no or anything like that. But at the same time, to make an effort to kind of be a little bit more presentatious, I would say, perhaps might be a good idea. I do know a couple of episodes ago I had a little bit more wind in my sails and actually heard a comment from a good friend of ours that he thought that was the best episode so far, and I knew it wasn't just the switching over to the new microphone. I knew that I was a bit more energetic, and the last episode, for example, it was late at night and I'm getting poked in the gut by Lisa.
I think we'll do in the wintertime we'll put on skates and go out in the harbor.
In the
winter
time.
Mm-hmm. Extremely
So she's out here.
adrenaline.
She's out here on the street smoking. Fat chance of getting the jar now.
Finish your smoke and I'll go in and get you a pint. Actually, I'll finish my smoke, then I'll go in and get you a pint.
I figured that was the actual plan.
Is that okay with you?
That will have to suffice, yes.
That's sufficient? God love her.
Yes. We can work with that.
And maybe you could be nicer to this nice gentleman from Florida.
Which nice gentleman from Florida?
The one that's next to me.
Oh, let's go over and say hello to the nice gentleman from Florida.
Okay.
We were hoping.
This is the nice gentleman from Florida.
Hello, nice gentleman from Florida.
Hello.
You're on Republic of Avalon Radio.
All right.
It's a podcast, a weekly podcast, and so say hi to Mom and the folks at home. And
I don't think they're listening at home to the podcast.
No?
From, where are we?
Newfoundland.
Newfoundland.
No, the town here.
La.
St. John's?
St.
St. John's.
Yes. What part of Florida are you from?
Daytona Beach.
Oh, okay.
You find some...
And what are you doing here?
Work. Oil industry.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Is this your first night here? Or?
First night and last night. I fly out tomorrow morning.
Oh, that's too bad.
Quick.
Yeah.
St. John's is a great city full of really friendly, hospitable people and all kinds of great world-class music, and it rocks.
This person snorting over here is...
Yeah, she wants to make me talk, but she doesn't want to talk. And you said everyone here is nice. See?
Yeah, except for her.
Yeah. He already knows that.
Yeah. That's
You discovered that an hour ago.
That's by her own pronouncement, I think.
I found that out an hour ago and I'm still here, so I guess I'm the one to blame.
Okay, so
Okay, I guess we'll go inside.
nice person from Florida. Nice
Nice to
meeting
meet
you.
It's nice to meet you all, and we'll have a beer with you in a minute.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Cheers.
Okay. We're on our way
Toodles.
into the pub. Toodles.
Skull, Copenhagen, and a few other.
Republic of Avalon Radio. You're with the roar.
Republic of Avalon Radio. You're with The Roar. I'm Jim Fidler. Hope you enjoyed that little stroll with us into downtown St. John's, the final stroll for the summer of 2005 here on The Roar. But have no fear, we're blessed around here in the Republic of Avalon with some pretty nice autumn weather. So I would say we'll have a few strolls left for you before the snow flies. But while summer is still clinging to its existence, with a tinge of autumn in the air, here's some music for you that was sent in to us. The artist's name is Slau. The name of the album is The Weight of Words. You can find Slau and his music at slau.net. That's SLAU.net. And the name of the song is I'm the One. You're listening to Republic of Avalon Radio.
Eyes, bluer than lazuli. I'm the one who told you little lies. Do you remember me? Did I once hear you say I understand. Funny I should see you dancing before me, holding someone else's hand. Put the blame on me for what drove us apart.
Yes, that was I'm the One by Slau from the album The Weight of Words here on Republic of Avalon Radio. As I said before, you can check out Slau and his music at www.slau.net. That's SLAU, or for you phonetic types out there, Sierra Lima Alpha Uniform.net. Well, you better get yourselves all strapped in because, as I mentioned before, we are just about to take you on a ride in a 1969 Lotus with the top down. You're listening to Republic of Avalon Radio.
Hi there everybody, this is your old friend Eddie Mailbag. Jim and Lillian have asked me to do them a little favor. They love bringing you the roar each week, but it's really a lot of work. They don't like to ask, so they asked me to ask on their behalf. If you like the roar and enjoy your time with Jim and Lillian each week, there are 2 things you can do to help. First of all, tell all your friends about the roar. Secondly, go to the official roar website at www.republicofavalonradio.com and click on the PayPal button. Any contributions would be greatly appreciated. I'd go and do it myself, but they won't pay me, so I have no money. Come to think of it, when you make your contribution, include a note saying that it's for me, Eddie Mailbag. Then maybe I can drop a tip into the tip jar myself. Well, thanks to everybody for listening. This is Eddie Mailbag signing out. Aloha!
All right, here's a little segment for you. I'm with my good friend Graham Dillabaugh, and we are just heading out of the house here. He owns an auto, which is called a Lotus?
Super 7, 1969.
Okay.
I'm going to take Jim out and put the fear of God in him.
That's already there, actually. Okay. So we're going to, it's Lotus land for Republic of Avalon Radio. So this is a wee little thing. My dad was in it last summer, and I think that was about maximum capacity.
Oh, yeah. It's under 3 feet tall. Matter of fact, it's about 2'6" to the top of the windshield, I think.
So how would it compare, say, with a smart car?
Smart cars are taller, but probably about the same weight.
Okay.
Weighs about 1,100 pounds.
This is quite the thing to get into. You've got all kinds of...
No, you don't get into it. You put it on.
You put it on. Yes, that's a way of putting it.
Okay.
And I get in, of course, on the left side, which in North America would be considered the driver's seat. So beware, St. John's, Jim Fidler is in the driver's seat. And I'm putting my feet right down.
Okay, now that's
and then
part of the seat belt.
We've got cables here.
Seat belts are set for my little daughter.
Wait, now it's all twisted up too.
Is it? Okay, hang on.
Untwisting. There we go. Hopefully we won't end up with all kinds of wind noise. We've got the windscreen is there. It doesn't always have to be. You can take that off. And we're open. We're entirely wide open to the outside. It's a convertible.
Stars overhead.
With a soft top. Stars overhead. And he's just saddling up. Strapping himself in.
You think it takes a long time getting in with the top off, you ought to see... You need to be a contortionist to get in when the roof is on. Anyway, here we go.
Off we go.
Oh, there's the fuel pumps. Don't know if you heard that.
Okay, so it looks like we're pretty much off to the races. Now where are we going to go?
Oh, we'll go down...
downtown.
Yeah, we'll go downtown and then cruise back.
Okay, sounds good. So...
I don't know how much wind noise you're gonna get, so you might have to hold the mic towards the center of the car.
I'm monitoring with the headphones, so we should be good to go. And we are now speeding down the street. And there's a bit of wind. I'm just going to lean forward a little bit. Okay. So probably what I'll do is I'll just put the mic right here and lean forward and kind of raise my voice, but it's doing a pretty good job of, the windscreen is doing the job of keeping the wind away from the mic. I can lean in whenever we're at times like this. Now we're taking a left turn. Woohoo! And we seem to be moving. That would definitely seem to be moving. There was definitely a point A and a point B there.
Hey, you might have a new sound clip for the roar.
That's right. coming down now, just about to turn onto Water Street.
Yes.
Just turning onto Water Street and pointing our nose toward the east so as to put us in the direction of downtown.
Here we go.
It's an absolutely beautiful night. It was 30 degrees here. 31 actually. 31 degrees Celsius today. And I'm just shorts and t-shirt and sandals here as we sail along in the Lotus. It's an absolutely beautiful night. I can only imagine how many people are out on the decks tonight, you know, downtown, having a bite to eat and a bevy and all. We've got the longest light in the world here, I think.
I was just thinking we should have sometime do a roar out towards Cape Spear.
Some
wonderful twisty roads out there.
That would be great. We could also line that up with Vic and Ann or whatever and turn it into a podcast and an IRLP session. And
oh, yeah.
The whole 9 yards. So this is a wee little automobile, as I was pointing out. Trying to keep the mic out of the wind. And I'm doing a pretty good job of it here with the mic up right by the windscreen. Seems to be working out. And whereabouts are we? We're just coming down past the...
just coming up to the train station.
The old train station, yes. Mr. Conductor. So I've got the mic sort of in between the two of us here now. I don't know exactly how well it would pick Graham up, but... Graham's a ham radio operator like myself. His call sign is VO1DZA. And in case y'all didn't remember, mine is VO1RV. And Graham is very, very graciously going to give me a bit of his time and help me get rigged up with an antenna system.
Hopefully one that works this time.
Yeah, I've been having some trouble with that. With some RFI bleeding into all the cheap electronics in the neighborhood. The joke that I was saying was basically what I was doing was I was lighting up everyone's Christmas tree lights up in the attic. Hey, how's it going?
I'm going to go down Water Street and I think I'll come back Harbor Drive.
Okay, down Water Street and back Harbor Drive. Sounds brilliant. So now we're in...
This isn't very interesting noise, putt through downtown.
No, that's
you need
right.
to be out in the highway.
Yeah. But at the same time, one never knows who we may see or what may happen. But you just never know. Speaking of what may happen, I'm just having a look at this. Would I be, if need be, would I be able to get out of this freaking seatbelt here? I think I might manage. Yes, I see how it works, I think. Not a bother. So I can
wait in front of the subway.
Okay.
A little free advertising for the sub shop there.
Yes. What's their little slogan? Their little theme song that they have?
Can't think of it right now.
It's not very memorable. I think it's just eat fresh or something like that.
Eat fresh, something like that.
Eat fresh or something like that. So
I know my kids would know it.
Yeah. So big shout out to Subway. So now we're just still cruising down.
A lot of traffic tonight.
Water Street. Yeah, I guess that's because of the, such a beautiful day, and it's Thursday, so it's like...
Oh, something smells good. We're down Restaurant Row here.
Uh-huh. And I'm darn hungry, too. Lillian's just firing things up back at the house.
The chicken was about to go in the oven there.
Oh, okay, so we got lots of time. That's a little trick for you and for anybody out there. Barbecuing chicken, the secret is... Get yourself some chicken legs, leg with the thigh attached, and just give it about 50 minutes in the oven at about 350 in a roaster. then take it out and put it on the barbecue on low heat and just turn it and apply sauce. And that way you're not dealing with either just raw chicken on the barbecue that's going to burn up before it's cooked,
That's a pain.
or you're not just ending up with boiled chicken with a bit of barbecue sauce on the outside. It actually it's very flavorful all the way through, and it's very yummy. And it's just something that I figured out a few years back after all the years of burning chicken and then getting sick of eating boiled chicken with barbecue sauce on it. And okay, we got some folks around. I think we're probably getting a couple of looks, aren't we? Are we?
Oh yeah. Guaranteed.
We're getting looks because not only are we driving along in this Lotus, but here I am with the Sennheiser headphones and the microphone as well. So some pretty heavy freakage going on here.
Yeah, this car gets a lot of attention. I was earlier. I was over to A&W for their show and shine, and I had to take the bonnet off. That's the hood for you North American folks.
Yeah.
Show off the engine. Lots of oohs and ahs.
Geez, I'd imagine. Yeah. Now, what we'll do, perhaps, is, if Lillian's getting her digital camera fixed right now, but if you had a digital camera on you, I'd get her to take a picture of us, and we would embed that. I think we can just put that in.
Embedded in a podcast.
Yeah, so if you right-click on the show, one of the things that would be there that would show up in the options would be that photo.
Yeah. Hey, there's an idea. You can have it as the album art in iTunes.
Yeah, that could be done. That could be done. That's the idea. Have you right-clicked on a podcast yet and seen those options that come up? Show notes?
I haven't.
Yeah, it's brilliant. You get the show notes option to look at the show notes. There's an option called links. So anything you were mentioning in the show, or anyone you were interviewing, or a musician, a recording artist you were featuring, or whatever, you can just have links to all that stuff under the links section. So all you out there, if you haven't done it yet, try right-clicking on a podcast. Now, this episode here, we might not have that stuff done yet, but the point is, it will be coming in the future.
Oh, what a lovely smell.
Oh, that was a lovely smell. Yeah, what the heck was that?
Harbor Drive now.
Oh, Harbor Drive. Just say the word harbor. Say the word harbor in St. John's, and everybody plugs their noses. See, one of the miracles in the Bible that people in St. John's don't find particularly miraculous is the story about Jesus walking on the water, because townies just say, yeah, big deal. Our harbor is untreated, let's put it that way, and
it can be pretty thick, like my morning coffee.
Yes. So usually it's not that bad, but
you get the wind right, and it can be pretty ripe.
Yes, not very nice at all.
But they're fixing that.
They're in the process of fixing it, but I don't think they're doing the proper job. Apparently there's supposed to be four stages of processing, and they're only gearing up for 2. So they're doing a half-assed job, I guess.
Well, they're blasting away half of a good-sized hill to put the facility in.
Yeah. Yes, I've been hearing the explosions sometimes in the evening, 6 or 7 o'clock in the evening.
Okay, that was Harbor Drive.
Okay.
We're heading back towards Jim's house.
Vroom, vroom. We're with the roar. It seems to be working okay. No.
Well, you lose something?
No.
Oh, okay.
Just trying a different position with the mic. This is about the best I can do, and I would imagine this isn't so bad for you folks out there.
I hope you edit this down a little bit.
I don't think I will. We've just been chatting all the while. Yeah, edit schmedit. Who needs to edit? We'll just leave it as is. So it'll be interesting however many people are listening to this. That's the answer to the question, how many people can you fit in a Lotus?
Not 42.
Even though it's a two-seater. Yeah, no, 3.5.
3.5?
3.5 people, yeah. No, actually, the listenership is ever increasing. So that's very nice. We might appeal to you once again, as though I haven't in the past, to actually subscribe as opposed to just going to the website and listening to the stream or downloading the file. You should actually subscribe and let a podcast be a podcast and let it do all the work for you. It's actually quite nice. I dig it. I dig it all to pieces. It's groovy as gravy.
Okay, here we go.
Now we're turning where?
Just up Leslie Street.
Oh, we're just about to turn up a big steep hill. So
up towards the brewery.
Up towards the brewery, and just falling short.
Another fun smell.
Yeah. Well, we smell that one quite often.
Oh, we got some looks that time.
If Bo and Luke only had a rig like this. And we're swinging a big left turn onto our street. And we're almost home.
Oh, where is it? There we are. Uh-oh, running out of gas, I hear. And we're back.
Republic of Avalon Radio. You're with the roar!
Republic of Avalon Radio, you're with the roar, and I am, believe it or not, still Jim Fidler. Well, that wraps things up for this week. Hope you enjoyed your time with us. You can get in touch with us via email at republicofavallonradio@gmail.com or jimfidler@gmail.com. You can Skype us at Republic of Avalon Radio, all one word, all lowercase. Or you can call us on the Roar line, country code 1, area code 724-426-8176, and leave us a message, a shout out, anything you want. As I mentioned during the little chat there, we're wide open to any submissions that anybody might want to make in terms of sending in a little bit of a jingle or some such thing. All right, so that's it for this week. Take care of each other, and we'll see you next week here on Republic of Avalon Radio.
Root Cellar production.